Hey Aquarius, your February tarot reading is ready. I'm Eleanor and welcome to Pink Pearl Tarot. I have your main themes, week-to-week forecast, career and finance, and then love. So for February, your main themes, you have voice, speaking your word. With orange, nurture yourself. So this is all about learning to be your own best advocate. This energy is great for getting in touch with what your true needs are, what needs you've been neglecting, or where you've been accumulating deficiencies that need to be addressed. And then after that, speaking up to get them met, to access help or resources, support, to correct interpersonal imbalances, or in some cases, just express yourself if that imbalance is more of a buildup than a deficiency. And another thing to focus on with this is your self-talk. Are you building yourself up or are you cutting yourself down? Because how you speak to yourself matters just as much as the quality of the physical fuel and the media that you take in. So let's get into your week to week to see how this is going to play out. Week 1, you have the Four of Wands with the Page of Hazards. It's the Page of Pentacles. It's a zombie deck. So a lot of you might be celebrating a new venture, like a business venture, a new job, a new idea, in addition to your family, a new project, something like that. But it's well supported by the people around you, and they want to share their excitement with how much potential you have in your hands with whatever it is. This is a great time. A time when people are coming together to show support or solidarity, to speak up for what you're going to need to make sure that whatever it is a success and reaches that full potential that everyone sees in it. And I can also see things like birthdays or coming of age type gatherings, which could involve gifts for some of you. And so if you're making a wish list, ask for tools, ask for the tools that you're going to need for your endeavor. And the endeavor could be you yourself starting out in the world outside of your parents' home. Some of you might find it helpful to make a public statement of intention for the sake of others helping you remain accountable. A lot of times it is good to work in silence and keep our goals to ourselves, but sometimes that makes it easier to give up because no one's watching. So this is also an ask for familial or community support. Now, week 2, you have the Eight of Cups with the Moon. This makes total sense following that page energy where you're trying to move forward with something and build something that's going to give you greater satisfaction. But of course, this does mean leaving something behind or leaving your comfort zone. And the subconscious is very good at maintaining homeostasis, and it's going to do anything to keep you from leaving your comfort zone in order to do it. So it could be throwing up some fears onto your path or tossing some self-sabotaging or other limiting beliefs or behaviors into the mix to try to keep you from the discomfort of the unknown. So maybe speaking up for yourself is something that's outside of your comfort zone and it feels risky to your subconscious, and maybe you feel fear when that came up earlier. But you're being called to stretch yourself, and in order to do so successfully, dial into this orange nurture yourself energy, because it's important what messaging you feed your mind, because it becomes the ingredients in your emotional soup, your makeup. Like, what was that? Is that lightning? It's snowing outside. I couldn't believe it was actually lightning. But with these two, the thunder distracted me. I've never been in a thunderstorm with snow. So it's like you are what you eat physically. That applies to mental health as well. And that emotional makeup is what drives this moon energy, the foundation of the energy this week. So week 3, you have the Six of Hazards, Six of Cups. These are both cards of kindness and pure intention. I would consider this a cotton hand sort of week, whatever that means. It's a song lyric that's coming up to my mind. The necessity's cotton hand. The programs that your subconscious is running, that moon card, they were formed during childhood. And the Six of Cups is a card of the inner child. So with all of this talk of advocating yourself and speaking up for your needs, the next question is, how good are you at actually receiving kindness when it comes your way? And also with these two cards is greater emotional and material harmony. Homeostasis, essentially, which is what the subconscious is always trying to protect and achieve. So you have that beautiful balance here this week, and it just feels safe to ask these questions right now. It feels safe to give and receive. It looks like anything that is offered to you this week comes with no strings attached other than that you pay it forward. Now, week 4, you have the Four of Swords with the King of Cups. The first thing that popped into my head when I saw this was a dopamine fast, though the effectiveness of those has been called into question. But mainly, give your mind a rest to nurture your emotional and mental health. The best use of your voice this week could be for singing, chanting, praying, that sort of thing. It's ideal for deep introspection, spending time with animals or pets, physical rest, social media rest, that kind of stuff. It's not about solving complex emotional problems or shadow work or any of that stuff. It's just nurturing your mental health however you personally need to, and claiming the space to do so. That's where self-advocacy is needed here, to declare that time and space for yourself. It's not selfish. It's a necessary part of nurturing the best version of yourself. It can't be all breakdown and grind. There has to be time for integration and regrowth. And for career and finance, you have the Hierophant with the Guide of Water. So the Guide of Water is the same as the King of Cups, and you have that energy appearing again. This is representing your EQ, your emotional intelligence, and how you use it to navigate some sort of hierarchy or man-made framework. Managing your emotions is going to be the key to your professional success, because how you communicate is everything in this area. It determines how you navigate and resolve conflict, perform under stress, and understand the needs of your customers, clients, bosses, followers, whatever. Mastery of self-awareness helps you leverage your own behavior to elevate yourself on whatever ladder you're trying to climb. You're definitely leading by example here with your own discipline, which is gaining you influence over a team or a base. Effective communication is a professional must-have this month, and that's why it's essential that you look at this subconscious stuff, this inner child stuff, and nurture your mental health, because it's entirely relevant to how you navigate bureaucracy, chain of command, corporate infrastructure, social media influence, your image as an authority, someone that can be trusted with resources. So for love, you have the Sun with the Eight of Swords. I'm trying something different this month for the love portion. So instead of trying to make sense of who we're looking at, I'm going to do a person A, person B, and how they're viewing the connection. So either one could be you. You'll recognize yourself in one or the other, hopefully. So person A, the Sun, is viewing the connection with nothing but optimism, love, and joy. This connection, or the potential for this connection to take root in the future, is the current light of their life, the bright spot, and they're drawing energy from it and being nurtured by it. It's their everything. It is pure intentioned, it's butterflies, it's warm fuzzies, affection, the whole bit. Person B, Eight of Swords, is looking at the connection as something out of reach, something that they're restricted from accessing. And that does, like, if this person is showing up in sun energy, that would feel out of reach, something that you can never touch, something you're not even supposed to directly even look at, right? Because it'll blind you. So yeah, something they're restricted from accessing. These restrictions, though, are purely mental in nature, whether it is lack of self-worth, false beliefs about certain circumstances being insurmountable when they aren't, not being sure what to say or how to say it. So with the nurturing energy of Orange and the Sun card, along with voice, communication, kind, loving, reassuring words are the prescription for person B to find their way out of this mental prison that they're keeping themselves in. So if you're person A, does knowing this person is feeling imprisoned by their thoughts help you see what they might need from you? If you're person B, does knowing how the other person views the connection help to dissolve some of these thoughts that are holding you back? So I hope this helps, Aquarius. Much love, and I'll talk to you next month. Thank you.